All right, just taking a quick look at this is a brand new Jackery 300. And you might be looking at it thinking it looks like the old model from like 5 years ago. Well, guess what? It is basically the old model. Now, it does have some upgrades, right? Kind of the upgrades that you would expect here in 2026. LFP batteries, the USB-C has been improved, and it's still light and portable, right? And it's easy to carry. This is kind of the big reason the old 300 was so popular. And it was so popular, in fact, that it outsold the new 300 Plus and the 240 version 2, which were basically the same product with different battery sizes. Those models were meant to replace the old 300. But guess what? the old 300 still outsold those new models. And so Jackery was like, well, what's the deal with this? Like, why do people still like the old model better? And I've made a lot of videos on that old model and talked about how in many ways it was better than the newer models. Now, of course, the old 300 used NMC batteries, but there was still a lot of good stuff about it. And the new versions, like the 300 Plus and the 240 version 2, they actually had a lot of downgrades, even though they did get LFP batteries. So, yeah, Jackery was like looking at this whole situation and thought, well, why mess with our best seller, right? Why mess with it? Let's just improve it. The things that we can improve, like putting LFP batteries in to replace the NMC batteries. And by the way, the LFP batteries have gotten so good now that this new 300 actually only has 1 watt-hour less capacity. And it's basically the same size case and weight. Now, it is a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. We're going to talk about all the specs in this video. So looking at the new 300 here, yeah, kind of the big thing that stands out is the giant handle at the top, right? So Jackery has gotten rid of this fixed handle on basically every new product launch they've had in the last 3 years, right? They've gone to the flat top with the folding handle, which is what, everybody wanted, right? Because you want to be able to, you don't want to waste that space. You can fold it down, you got a nice flat top, you can set stuff on top of it, right? But, there are trade-offs, right? There's trade-offs. A folding handle it doesn't feel very good in your hand, right? It's not a solid connection to the power station. And really, how much does it matter? How much does it matter on this is a very small power station, right? You can't really stack too much on top of it anyways, just because the area up here is so small. And having that fixed handle just makes it so easy to grab and go, right? You grab it, you go, you can even toss it to a friend, right? It's so easy. The ergonomics of a fixed handle are just so much better. And so it's really interesting to see them actually bring back their old design, right? After abandoning it for over 3 years, bring it back. And they've also brought back, all the little graphical details, right? The Jackery with the old Explorer 300, the Explorer model name underneath, and all of the orange little lines that kind of, show what button the ports, the button that controls what ports. They brought that back, right? So it kind of went to this cleaner look, I guess you could say, with just this one white line there and there. And I don't know, it's to me, a Jackery should be a Jackery, right? I mean, it should be this way. Now they have brought over a few of the newer design details, like the new screen, right? The color screen. So it's basically the same as all the other newer models. That it could be good or bad, right? Good or bad. The old 300 had that very basic, that liquid crystal screen, right? It's just, maybe it was basic, but guess what? It didn't use much power, right? When you're talking about a small power station, it is nice to have everything optimized for efficiency. In fact, with that liquid crystal display, the backlight didn't even have to be on for you to actually see the screen and, see what the power station was doing, right? So in the newer model, yes, you're going to have the backlight on, the screen on. Maybe it's 1 watt. I mean, yeah. But again, small power station, small battery. You know, it was nice to have everything optimized, right, for efficiency. So that could be good or bad. You know, I guess the new screen does look better. But the kind of the most disappointing part about the new version is they got rid of all of those nice exposed screws, right? And they were real screws too, right? They weren't fake like some of these newer power stations. They have like fake screws. No, these ones were real. These ones were real, and it did kind of just add to that build quality, right? The impression you got. You know, now it's just this black, or it's just this orange panel that just snaps in, right? Not quite the same effect, but still, I think this is actually really cool that they brought this design back and stayed true to it for the most part. Now, for the specs, you know, we already talked about this a little bit. 292 watt hours LFP batteries versus 293 watt hours NMC batteries. Right before, which, you know, now they're saying, yeah, 4,000 plus cycles, whereas the old model was 500 plus cycles. Now, still made a good power station, right? They still made a good power station, and they still had the advantage that they were a little bit more compact and a little bit lighter, right? So 7.5 pounds now. The old one's 7.1 pounds. And, you know, you might say that's not a huge difference, but the whole idea of a small power station like this is the fact that it's lightweight, right? And it's easy to carry and portable. So, you know, you could feel that difference. And then really the biggest difference here is because of these LFP cells, they're so large. Where is that picture at? There it is. They're so large. In fact, you can see here, there's really only 6 cells in here. So it makes the packaging a little bit more difficult, right? Whereas the old NMC cells were like this in comparison. And so what does that mean? It basically means that this thing has almost the same dimensions, but it's a little bit wider. And yes, this dimension here, the 6 inches, it's thicker, right? It's a little bit bulkier. Now they've tried to stay true to, you know, the original design, and they have really, because this dimension here, the 9 inches, and the height, 7.8, those are exactly the same. So yeah, it's the 6 inches, it's the thickness of this thing. That's the difference. So yeah, you can see the dimensions of the old 300 there. 5.2 for the thickness, the bulk, the depth of it, right? Now, another thing that they changed is, yeah, the USB-C is now 100 watts, bidirectional. It's still bidirectional, and that's we'll talk about that more, why that's important. But yeah, the old 300 was only 60 watts. So that's a big improvement. Now, you know, a lot of the competitors, they've switched over to the new 140 watt USB-C, right? So, you know, it's still not the best, but it is a solid improvement over the old model. And then for the inverter, still 300 watts, right? And so kind of, you know, you're powering small devices with this thing. So yeah, 300 watts is actually a good size. Charge up your batteries, your drone stuff, your cameras. And then, of course, you've always got that 12-volt outlet, right? This is something that some of these new power stations, they're actually getting rid of that. And it's just baffling to me because DC power is always more efficient than AC. So you do still have that 10 amps. You know, you don't need a big power station with a big inverter to power your full-size fridge. Just get a portable DC fridge, right? It uses so much less power. Now, let's talk about the charging, because the charging is still probably the most disappointing part about this product. And this is where I was kind of actually really surprised how true they stayed to the original 300. So this is a brand new power station from Jackery 2026. And guess what? You see this thing? You see what this thing is? Yeah, there's a power brick with this model. So, yeah, probably the same power brick they were using for the old 300, same inputs. Well, basically the same input. We'll talk about that more here in a second. So, yeah, it uses a power brick, And they're basically saying 65 watts. I think the old 300, it could do like closer to 80 watts. I don't know if that's an estimate or exact, but you know, it's gonna take like 4 hours to charge this thing from the power brick. Now, because this model does have that bidirectional USB-C, you can add that, right? You could use that by itself, or you could add it, which is what they're showing here at the top. You could add it, combine it with the power brick. And they're saying 157 watts total combined for an hour and a half. And then the solar. So the solar, this is all, everything is basically the same as the old model. It's 100 watts max. And, you know, they do say that they have this new 40 watt panel. That's what they're talking about here. You know, you can use basically any standard, 18 volt solar panel, any Jackery standard solar panels you can use with this thing. The only thing you got to note is that it looks like they've changed the inputs to the 8020. This is the 8mm thick pin. So, if you have the old Jackery 300 and you have some old Jackery solar panels that have the 7909, the smaller 8mm, you're not going to be able to plug it into this thing, right? This 8020 thick pin. This is what Jackery's been putting on all of their models. And if you buy any of their newer solar panels, they always come with an adapter, right? But guess what? You can buy that adapter aftermarket. This is some kind of, no name brand. It's like $10. You can get this on Amazon. And yeah, you can see that here. This is the 8020 with that thick pin, that shiny pin in the center. Over here is the 7909, which is what the old 300 had. And this, is a huge, huge improvement over the 300 Plus and that 240 version 2, which I talked about earlier, that were meant to actually replace the old 300. And as I talked about, those models did not sell very well, even though they did get LFP batteries. And why is that? Well, it's because they were using USB-C for solar. In fact, that was the only DC input on those models. And as you can see, you got this big, bulky solar cable going into the little USB-C port, right? It makes for a bad experience. USB-C, it's great for tiny, lightweight cables to charge your phone or an iPad or something, right? Not a big, bulky solar cable. And, a lot of people just hated that. It was 100 watt bidirectional, and then that was it. There was no 8mm input. There was no actual dedicated, MPPT solar input. So, on a little power station, on a little solar generator, it just doesn't make much sense, right? It was kind of a cheap move by Jackery. And yeah, as I mentioned, a lot of people hated that, even though it did have that folding handle. And it did have a couple of other features too, like the LED light. It's always nice to have an LED light built into a power station. So that's something that this new 300 doesn't have. And another thing that this new 300 doesn't have is UPS mode, right? Because it doesn't have that bi-directional inverter, right? This was just that standard cord that would plug right into the wall to charge this thing from grid power AC. That's what enabled this thing to have that UPS mode. Now, these models were only 20 millisecond switchovers. So pretty slow, right? It wasn't something you could always count on working anyways. The benefit here is we do get two outlets, right? So you plug two different things in, and that is nice. They really jammed all this stuff on here. It's actually pretty impressive that you get two AC outlets, the car socket, several USB, including that bidirectional 100 watt USB-C, and an actual solar input. All on the front of this thing. It's all easy to access, easy to use. Nothing's on the back or the side. There's a lot to like about the design of this old 300 model. And now it's new, right? Now it's got all the new tech too.